I got this amazing recipe for finger food with lemongrass, right? And yesterday night, I was dreaming what will be the most perfect place to actually cook the recipe. I closed my eyes, bang, and here we are, the Botanical Gardens in Kent, an absolutely amazing, outstanding place. This is one of the oldest, actually the oldest tropical rainforest in the whole entire world. It's over 135 million years. So that's nice and mature, isn't it? What I'm gonna cook today here with a little bit of lemongrass and chicken, lovely finger food, but with a tropical twist. And we're actually gonna do like a meat patty around the lemongrass. It's gonna be fantastic, you're gonna love it. First ingredient, fresh garlic. We're smashing it to release all the amazing, lovely flavors, and we roughly chopping it. This is gonna be the beginning, the first ingredient of this amazing recipe, okay? The garlic, we're going a little bit of ginger. We chop it nice and rough. The ginger is a must-have flavor in these sort of recipes. It goes lovely with the contrast of the citrusy lemongrass. And lots of coriander. Love this stuff. We'll use all the way from the roots to the top of the leaves because the roots, the part with the most flavor. So we chop it nice and rough. And the combination of these flavors is just fantastic. Give a lovely sort of Asian tropical sort of personality to the dish. Tiny little bit of chili. It's getting hot in here. With the seeds and everything, nice and spicy. And we chop it. All the acid of the chili releasing in the chopping board is just fantastic. And I give it a lovely color as well. Now we got a really hot pan. It's been on the heat for about 2 minutes. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. We're gonna take the edge off the ginger and the garlic because we couldn't really put it in the mix raw. It'll be really, really disgusting flavor. So this is like almost when you go to a Thai restaurant and they're frying the wok. Listen to that, there you are. Look at that, that's absolutely fantastic. We're gonna put a tiny little bit of soy sauce. It's giving a lovely saltiness. So we're not gonna season this. We'll put the chicken mince into the pan. We don't wanna actually cook it. We just wanna mix it. And we'll make sure that all that lovely chili, the ginger, the garlic, and the coriander, they actually mixing through the mince. We'll put it in the plate, and we start skewering. We're gonna put back on the heat our pan, so it gets nice and hot again, with a tiny little bit of olive oil. And now we're gonna get rid of that little tip of the lemongrass that looks a little bit manky. We're gonna give it just a quick bash. So we're gonna get all that amazing, lovely fragrance of the lemongrass. We'll get a little bit of like a little meatball in my hand. We'll flatten it out like this. So we're squeezing the mince on top of the skewer, like basically making a meatball. There you are, the last one in. Just make sure you cook them all the way through. So I'm gonna put the heat down a little bit. Oh my God, it looks so good. I mean, and now I'm gonna start to work in the recipe of the dressing. A little bit of labna. Labna is some yogurt. It's actually hung overnight and is actually strained of all the water. So it becomes really thick consistency. And it goes fantastic with all these flavors we already got in the pan, the ginger, the coriander. It goes lovely with citruses because the sourness. So we got a tiny little bit in there, a little bit of lemon, because lemongrass and lemon, they're very similar flavors. A little bit of lemon is gonna thin it out this yogurt. It's gonna turn into more creamy consistency, like a dressing. And a little bit of green, some fresh coriander, and a tiny bit of cucumber. The cucumber match fantastically this recipe because it's got a high water content and it's gonna refresh a lot that citrus from the lemon and the really spicy touch for the chili. So we're just gonna do some batonnets, the long stripes, and after we're just gonna dice in little cubes, all of them, and just put them into our yogurt. We're gonna mix it in with the lovely lemony flavor. There you are. Now we're gonna chop a little bit of coriander for contrast and match all the amazing flavors we got in the chicken and just mix it all together. And the last touch of the dressing is nice, lovely, hot chilies. Look at the size of the chilies down here. Everything is so big. So we're gonna take a little bit the seeds out of the way and just the same operation. We'll do it in some fine julienne and just dice again. So actually it gives you texture, so it's little bites of chili through the dressing, and we'll put it in the yogurt. Now we mix it in, and here we are. Let me taste. How good is that? Delicious. The chicken skewers, they're nearly cooked. You can push with your finger, and you could feel how they're actually becoming harder. They're not so soft inside. It's all about cooking, it's all about feeling, yes? Feel really close to the food. We finished the dressing, the chickens are ready. Now coming to the most exciting part, just plating. And because this place is so amazing, and there's so many big banana leaves everywhere, I'm gonna go quickly and grab one. A massive banana leaf. Okay, this amazing banana leaf is gonna be the underplay of our tropical recipe. And now we plating this lovely lemongrass, chili, ginger, and coriander skewers that look absolutely fantastic. A little tip, when you finish this recipe, all this amazing olive oil is being infused with all the flavors of the ginger, chili, coriander, got lots of flavor, so we don't want to waste it. So, as tropical as it gets, just exactly the same way that in my dream.
Miguel, it is so warm today, so I thought I was going to make something with some ice cream in it. So I've got the blender. This is our main tool for today, so I'm just going to chuck everything in there and whiz it up. I'm going to start by just squeezing a couple of limes into this blender. No shaking, just blending. Got some mangoes as well, some frozen mangoes. I've just cut the cheeks off, put those in the freezer, and nice and cold. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Slice it up into the blender.
Brilliant.
And the other one. In it goes. Now, I've got some...
Coconut ice cream,
coconut.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, coconut sorbet. I'm going to put some white tequila in. I just want half a shot, just a slight nuttiness, which will come through nicely.
50 meals.
15.
Okay.
15 meals. And then I'm going to put some dark rum in. There we go. Yeah, 15 meals. So half a shot.
Dark rum, white whiskey. We're not racist here, are we?
There we go. I'm just going to put 1 shot of a creme de cacao. This is a white chocolate liqueur. So it's nice and creamy and chocolatey. Just going to put the lid on and let's give it a buzz.
Too fast, too furious.
Have a look at this. Nice and thick and creamy. If you hold the coconut, I'm just going to pour it straight in. Ready?
Why not? Hold the coconut anytime,
and
darling.
then we'll get involved.
Wow, this is really funky. We're tasting at the same time. You think my big head will be able to fit inside the...
That's it. Yeah?
Delicious. Delicious. The sweetness of the mango go along beautifully with the acidity of the limes, and you that bite of the coconut. Fantastic. I think it's time you to make one for yourself, and I'm gonna hold this one.
You took the whole thing by yourself.
Look after it, yeah.
Salud.
Vamos ustedes.
Cheers.
Here you go, mate. Look at the size of this fella. Would you like to have a drink? You thirsty? I think he can speak Spanish. I'm gonna make an ice cream, but with this amazing environment around here, who's gonna spend 45 minutes in the kitchen to make an ice cream? I work with the best pastry chefs around the world. and they teach me the proper way to make an ice cream. It takes long time, like around 45 to 50 minutes to whip it up, and after like 3-4 hours in the freezer. Cannot waste that time. Look at this place. Not a chance. I'm gonna show you with 3 easy steps how to make an ice cream. I chose the kings of the tropical fruit, just trying to match the location. Mango. Mango is the most used tropical fruit around the whole entire world. What we need to do is have it nice and frozen. It's got lots of sugar, and the sugar will freeze. When we put it in the food processor with a tiny little bit of mascarpone cheese, this is gonna emulsify, and it's gonna blend together into a single amazing, creamy sorbet, ice cream, call it however you wanna call it, in just 2 minutes. And the rest of the day, jump it in the swimming pool. So come and have a look in this. The frozen mango goes into the RoboCop. About 4 or 5 mango cheeks. There we are. They're nice and frozen, cut them really little, so the blade of the robo doesn't struggle to process them. And now we'll put the mascarpone inside, get the cream stuff, light to look after the figure, really good for the swimming pool. Mango, mango, mango. So exciting. A tiny little bit of sugar for the sweetness touch. Sprinkle icing sugar, go fantastic. Dissolves really quickly, and just get into the action of processing everything together. Just zoom, 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 pulse. There we are. It's breaking the ice slowly, and it's becoming really quick ice cream. Mango is one of my favorite fruits. Wow, it starts to come together. There we are, we're nearly here. It's looking perfect, it's looking fantastic. Stop. Wow. And help with the spoon a tiny little bit again. You see it's hard, actually like a really nice creamy ice cream. And now, presentation touch, the mango rose. All you need, a really juicy mango cheek. Scoop it out the same way you do the avocados onto the chopping board. Make sure you use a big spoon so it's nice and smooth. And now, magic time. We're gonna make, look, this beauty into a rose. And all we have to do is slice it really thin with a very sharp knife. The mango is looking so juicy. When we do it now, with our fingers, pushing the mango the way that we make it look into a flower. All the way here, out of the way. Look at how pretty that looks suddenly. Get an ice cream scooper. Nice and wet, so the sorbet doesn't stick on it. And just a nice chunky scoop in the middle. There you are. The same ice cream from the ice cream machine. Only in a couple of minutes, and now I go all day to enjoy in the swimming pool. French chefs and Spanish chefs got fame to never get along too well. I got an amazing recipe to cook my coral trout in papillotte. The coral trout is one of the most delicate fish. They live in the Great Barrier Reef, and it's one of my favorite tropical fish. Unbelievable. Papillotte in French means butterfly. And what we're gonna do with this very delicate white fish, you have to be very careful. Just put it inside a bag, lots of juice, the onion juices, olive oil, and a tiny little bit of sake that is gonna steam beautifully together. Now, start. Lots of ginger. First step, get a microplane and start grating the skin on. The ginger is got a lovely acidity, and it's gonna give a lovely Asian touch to the coral trout. Lots of ginger. We're grating it because remember, we're not having any cooking action. It's just the steam. So we need to make sure that every single piece of spices, herbs, or everything we put in there is really, really little. So we'll cook with the steam. Now, lots of garlic. About 2 garlic cloves. Don't be shy with this stuff. all nice and fine, so we'll cook with the steam again. Now let's go for the chili. A little touch of hot, caliente chili. Exactly the same. In the microplane, lovely red colors and a lovely touch of Asian connotation of flavor in the recipe. Watch your fingers because the microplane is very sharp and you will cut a bit off. Now the eschalots. Chop it really fine. Opa. And in the mixing bowl. Make sure you break and flake through. Now coriander. Chop it through and put it inside the mixing bowl. The leaves, the stalks, everything. Lots of lime juice. The citrusy flavor is gonna go along fantastic with this recipe. So cut the cheeks and all the juice inside. Remember, all these juices is gonna form after the steam and it's gonna cook the fish. All the aromas of the garlic, the chili, the ginger, and the eschalots are gonna go through the fish, flavoring it fabulous. So, lots of lemon, una y otra, and into the mixing bowl. Break it with your hands, fill the ingredients. Ah, lots of juice. Now, some green vegetables. Snow, please. Gonna get this out of the way. It's very stringy and it's really hard to chew on it. 1, 2, and 3. The rest I cleaned them earlier. So now, one on top of each other and julienne. Remember, the finer it is, the better will steam. There you are, get your knife on it. Beautiful green colors. They're gonna match beautifully the white, lovely color of the ocean trout. There you are. And for the onion touch of the recipe, some spring onions. Nice and green, exactly the same. So get your knife on it and slowly, bang, 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 in the bowl as well. Now, when the time of the truth coming, you're gonna choose the best part of the fish. My favorite part is the fillet. The part of the fillet going closer to the head. It's much juicier and it's got lovely, lovely, lovely texture. If you go to the part of the tail, it's too thin and it will cook really quickly and it won't infuse enough. So always choose the fattest piece of the fish. One portion, 175 grams more or less. Drive your knife through. Okay, lots of salt, both sides. Now, when the time of the truth coming, the papillotte. First, a non-stick paper, so retains all the liquids, and after, foil. So, more or less enough to fold over the fish, maybe double of the size of the fish, and a little cut. Right here, bang. Put the fish in the center of the paper. All your veggies with the juices gonna go on top. And remember, lots of chili, lots of ginger, lots of garlic. It smells fantastic. It's so many aromas inside there. The lime, the coriander, and look at the color, just like a paint. So beautiful. Now, we're gonna fold the bag like this. There we are. And remember the sides, fold it really nice and tight. Close the one, press with your finger really nice and tight, and a tiny little bit of sucking. Just remember, it's lots of juices from the lime, the lemon, the chili, the ginger, and the fish will start sweating off and will be lots of steam going on inside the bag. And now, the other side, exactly the same. Make it nice and tight and press with your finger. All the juices go inside and do the last part. Fold it, opa, and almost like a parcel. Now, to make sure that we get this nice and safe, so it's not gonna explode or break, the foil. Exactly the same operation. Opa, get the fish in the middle. Make sure the bag is closed for every single side and close it exactly the same way. And make sure it's really nice and tight from both sides. Opa. Merci beaucoup. Combien client tournois ce soir? We fold it really nice and tight and I go straight on the oven. Because we don't have an oven here, I make myself a little stovey. One of my English friends teach me that. So an English friend teach me that. A French recipe, a Spanish guy cooking it in the middle of the tropical. Wow, what an amazing combination. So we open it, as you can see, it's nice and smoky, and we put a tiny little bit of oil so the paper doesn't stick straight away as soon as it goes in. Back at home, around 180 degrees, 4 to 5 minutes. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Ce soir. 4 minutes up. My papillon at home, ready to go. It smells delicious. Switch off the heat. And now we're not done anything. we just chop all the veggies and the steam inside the papillon is done the rest for us. Break the bag. Oh wow. And smell all that steam. Absolutely beautiful. Onto the plate. And just break with your fingers, and that's your whole presentation. As you can see, all the veggies are cooked and the steam is going through the fish beautifully. So now, a fork and the most amazing French recipe. You see, the coral trout is such a delicate fish. It just flakes and it's perfectly cooked. The steam is done all the work for us. The chili, the ginger, the garlic, delicious. Now, I think even the Frenchest chef in the world will be really proud of this Spaniard. Salud, Chantal.